My name is Darlene. I'll be doing some readings for you guys and gals today. So thank you for being here. For those of you in the States, a very happy holiday to you. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm wearing red in your honor today. So I hope everybody's, got everything under control. Christmas is a busy time for us all. And so I hope you guys are handling all that well. Let's see. Hey, TJ. I'm calling you TJ because I can't pronounce your name without butchering it, so please forgive me. And I'm glad you found me. I know you are. Thank you so much. Cyclown, hey, welcome. Let me pull myself up here on the other device so I can see your comments. There we are. Okay, great. Yes, you can. Because I told you that yesterday, I remember, because I was just out of time. And you know what? I forgot my pad. Hang on, y'all, in case I get more requests. Let me get my pen and pad 1 second. I'm not in the habit of writing down names, but I have to now. And that's a good problem to have. Let me see, where can this be least noisy? There we go. Okay. Now, something is going on with my mic cord. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay, let me, all right, so I'm calling you TJ, and I hope that's okay. So I'm going to just put you first. And Merry Christmas to you, Cyclown. Thank you for being here. I think Sunday's your day, right? Sunday's kind of your better day. Richard, hi Richard, welcome. I was thinking about you today. I don't know what I was doing in the kitchen or something. I was thinking about last night's readings, and what a hot mess, bless your heart. Anyway, Vance, hello, welcome. Okay, so TJ, why don't you go ahead and type your question in for me, and we'll get started, although I did want to just pull a quick card. Here it is, 3:16 a.m. Heavens. Tell me again where you're from, Cyclone. I can't remember everybody. Hey, no, wait a minute. Oh, I can't pronounce your name. I'm going to make a mess of it. Quan Chi. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I was thinking, I just kept thinking about those cards. What a hot mess. Bless your heart. For me, just for a second, y'all give me a second. I want to pull one of these just kind of for general stuff. If that's a game, no, I do not, Radical. Hi, Kat. Nice to see you. Gray Wolf. Therian? That's a most distinctive handle. Hi, Teddy. Yes, I am old. What about it? You will be too one day if you're lucky. You better hope you are. You better hope you get lucky. I love this. These are my 4 agreements cards, and I always just kind of like to do a check-in. Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. This is the beginning of an understanding and a new dream. Stay in the present moment. Cool. All right, well, I needed to hear that. We just started the video by talking about Christmas and all the plans, and the stuff and the family and the shopping and the this and the that and the going and the coming and everything below the waist is kaput. And if you don't know where that's from, Google it. Madeline Kahn. Let's see. I do pray for them. I absolutely do. Okay, thank you, TJ. What are Sid's feelings toward you? Let's see, what deck for TJ here? Okay. What deck for TJ? Oh, 1 second, y'all. My apologies. I'm going to get my act together. I really, really am. Hey, Val. Nice to see you here. Thank you. I wanted to put a comment here like I did yesterday because I finally remembered to do it. And, you know, I can't do it until the live starts. So bear with me 1 second, please. This will just take a second. Thank you, thank you. Hey from Arkansas, I am from Alabama. My name is Darlene. And I'm from Alabama. So y'all 1 second, please. Just let me get something typed in here. If my fingers would cooperate. Okay, I think I spelled everything right. Now let me pin it. And we'll get started. Okay, come on. Here we go. All right. So I'm only going to do 4 free readings today, guys. That one yesterday about killed me. That I don't even know. I lost count of how many readings I did, but that was almost. It was 10 minutes shy of 4 hours of doing nothing but talking and reading. So I can't do that many free readings today, but I am going to say that super chats will go to the top of the line, the front of the line. So, okay, let me get back up here to your comment. Hey, Moulay, welcome. Richard, you're on the list. Didn't you just get a reading? Hang on a minute. New people, please, that didn't get a reading yesterday, unless you're super chatting it now, I'll push you to the top of the line for that. But hang on a minute. Y'all are talking so fast, I've got to find VJ's question. Hold on a minute. Where are you? All right, TJ, let me find the question now. See that. Where's your question? Where is it? Okay, you're going to have to type it again, TJ. I know you put it in here. I'm sorry. Could you type your question again, please? Hey, Nate, yes. Welcome, and a big hi to Nick. A big hi and a hug to Nick. Zach, just keep swiping, all right? Keep swiping or I'll block you. But you used to live in Birmingham. Where are you now, Richard? Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you got your heart broken by a Southern woman. We have our charms, even us old ones. Yes, Moulay, I know it. You know, it's really interesting whatever YouTube does magic with the YouTube with algorithms. I don't know, but it's like the last 3 readings, live readings I've done for you guys, they've literally doubled in viewings, everyone. And so I'm thrilled about that, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I can do this. Now, Christmas week, y'all, I won't be here every day. I won't be here so much Christmas week, but I'll do what I can. Thank you for that. Oh, check engine, that is so sweet. Thank you. Okay, TJ, I'm seeing your question now. Thank you. Minnesota. Oh my gosh. Have we had this conversation that my best friend lives in Minnesota? Why? I don't know, but I have all the respect in the world for you guys that deal with that kind of climate. Oh, no way. All right, TJ. Now we're going to get down to business, all right? Look, we've already been here 11 minutes and haven't done a thing, right? Zach, have some respect. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're talking to. And more importantly, you never know who's listening. So you get some manners or you get out of my chat. Or I'll block you. It's real simple. Thank you, Mule. I appreciate you. Okay, TJ, that's very helpful. I got the picture, I think, now. Yeah, I know, Richard. I blocked him. Merry Christmas, Denise. No, I don't do lottery numbers. Don't, PV, don't type your question in here yet. Just simply request a reading. Ooh, Mule. Ooh. All right. I'm my very own bodyguard here. Thank you, Mule. Appreciate you. Then don't donate. It's real simple. Oh my goodness. PV, please do not keep posting your question. Thank you, Cyclown. Yeah, it's just disappearing so fast in the chat. I'm trying to catch names for free readings first, and when I get 4, I'll quit that, and I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody. So maybe y'all can help me with that, please, and thank you. Sorry, I'm laughing. Mula, you tough today. I love it. I need a moderator. You want to be my moderator? I blocked him, y'all. That's okay. I blocked him. Let me double check, but let me... Takes a second. There we go. Hello from Iran. Hi, Naro. Now, as promised, finally, I want to pronounce his name correctly, though. TJ, I want to pronounce his name. Is it Siddha? Is that how you say it? How do you say his name? I'm looking for you. Now I lost your comment. I mean, I know what you said. I just want to pronounce his name correctly. Oh, George, you're from, I did Sida, is that correct? Okay, thank you. I love it. My God, I love this everywhere in the world. Y'all are just killing me. I want to be over here in the chat with you guys, and I will be in a minute. Okay. So welcome from Ukraine and all over. And all right. Now to you, TJ. Thank you for your patience. And also from yesterday, because I know you've been waiting. I am from Alabama, USA. We're asking for TJ. What are Siddhar's feelings for TJ, please? Siddhar's feelings for TJ, please and thank you. You're a sweetheart. Most people are not patient like that, TJ. Thank you. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm one person, you know, running this dog and pony show over here. Well, your deck's not wanting to talk there. See, it's just like you want it to rain, wash your car. You want the cards to come out, tell the deck it's not talking. There we go. Anything else? Let's see what we got here. Well, all right. This is not fitting the story you just told me, so I don't know. This is about communication, so you may hear from this person. I mean, I don't want to get your hopes up. But this typically means forward movement of some kind in communication. Maybe it just means he'll unblock you. That could be what that is. I mean, these are like telling me opposite. This is communication. This is no communication. So maybe he's thinking about it. That could be too. This means, you know, whatever has happened between you two, he's not done healing from it. I can tell you that. But interesting, I feel like this is you, and he sees you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. And that's lovely because, well, there's two meanings here. She's dependable. She's got, you know, her money. She's a nurturer. She's marriage material. But there may be another message here in that the reason, well, there's three different possibilities. The reason he's taking a time in is because he's dealing with somebody like this. Or it can mean he's focusing on his money. And I don't have the yet quintessential cards of there being three people, but I do have two queens here. I've got this queen and I've got this queen. Now, I don't know if you're a water sign or a Scorpio like me. This is a Scorpio card, but that doesn't matter. The sign doesn't matter. It just says there's two queens here. Now, it's not about gender. Remember, it's not about gender. Thank you, Moulay, for saying that. I appreciate you. I cannot agree with that at all, Kurt. What else, please, for TJ? Show me, please. What is he feeling about her? Just, I don't know. That Queen of Cups could be saying he's got feelings, but that feels like another person. Now, that could be a mother or a sister or a best friend, TJ, so I don't know. Show me more, please, for TJ's person, Siddhar. Please show me. Thank you, George. That's very kind of you. Amen. Why not laugh at all life's challenges? I mean, you have a choice about your reaction. You know, it's the only thing we can control in life. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to what happens to us. TJ? Let me see. I might say one aspect of this is that he's afraid of commitment. Because there's two ways to read, well, many ways to read things, but there are things that are hidden, but there also, this could be fear. And I'm feeling like he's afraid of either and I say commitment because over here at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. That's a long-term connection. He could be saying, I'm afraid to get involved, to get legally involved or get involved because it's just a heavy burden. And there's oftentimes, you know, this Seven of Swords, this deception of different kinds, but it can be just deceiving feelings. Like if you're in a long-term relationship with somebody and you're stuck there for a lot of reasons, you can't often say what you're really thinking and feeling. I don't know, that's a weird message to get off of those cards, but he does feel it's a missed opportunity. Now the other way to read this is he might still be involved somehow legally in another situation. Something legal or karmically. That could be why there were two queens there. Either karmically tied or legally tied to something else that is a heavy burden. And now, this card can also be about strategy. But either way, it's sneaky behavior. Okay, sneaky behavior. And notice he's looking at this Ace of Pentacles, right? He's sneaking away, but looking back at that Ace of Pentacles, like, I'm going to just sneak out of this situation and away from this. I just don't think, let me see what's under, yes. Okay, this has nothing to do with the cards, but, well, it kind of does. I mean, you saw this, and underneath that is this card of disappointment and apathy. But what I heard when I saw this card, it felt to me like part of this, and this could be what this moon is telling us here, that's hidden, is there's something about him that you don't know. And if you found out that you might be the one to be sneaking out in the night, you know, there's something here. And it is interesting that that's right next to the Justice card. Things being hidden next to the Justice card. I don't really like that position. What things legal or karmic or justice-wise, scales being balanced-wise, is this person hiding? Because whatever it is a heavy burden. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's sending those. Let me get down here. I'm missing a lot of conversation, but I just want to be sure that TJ has it. Yeah, there you are. See you now. Well, now that's two questions, TJ. I don't see that right now, but I'm going to shuffle again for you and put these back. Let me ask that question specifically for you. Right now, I would say no, because I don't care what this is. That card doesn't feel like a normal Eight of Wands. Will I reach out to TJ? Will he reach out to TJ? No, not yet. He's holding on too tight, focusing on his money, this is the miser card, but it's not just about money. Money is tangible things. I mean, money in this card, excuse me, but pentacles are tangible things that can be time, energy, himself. I'm holding on. The thing is, you'll notice he's holding on, but if you hold something so tightly, nothing else can get in either. That to me might as well be a heart right there is what I'm feeling. I have to say no, not right now. And that's good, because this is the divine trying to, this situation is not balanced. There's no harmony here. We know that, right? Because this is a lack of happiness or unhappiness, because there's been something that's not truth, or this person, I feel like part of this is he's not telling the truth, but he's not telling the truth to himself either. Yeah, he's got something else going on with some other situation in his life, I can tell you that. So I think your best advice is to just, in the upright, the Temperance card means being patient. And I know you're not feeling very patient about this, but I feel like the universe is saying, just sit back and wait, give it time. Because I don't feel like this person's in a position to reach out to you, whether that's emotionally, mentally, relationship. In other words, he might be in something else, whatever's going on for him. So I have to say, not at this time, TJ. We know free will is a thing that could change tomorrow, right? But that's what I'm getting for you today. I hope that helps. I know it's not what you wanted to hear, and I'm sorry, but I can only deliver the mail here. The tarot mail. So that's what I have for you. Simon, are you here? Cyclone, is that for me? Are you asking me to read your text? Who was that for? Oh, Moulay, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas to you too. Aren't you going to go see your son? Or have you already done that? Did I miss that? Aniket, hi, welcome. Hi, Theory 100, welcome. So I'm waiting if Simon is still here. Type in your question, please, if you're still here. If not, I'll move on to PV if PV is still here. So sound off, let me know who. You're very welcome, TJ. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, and again for being so patient. Thank you very much. I wore red in honor of the the Christmas holiday season here in the States and wherever else in the world that it's celebrated. So thank you. Yep, this is my Christmas red. It's Simon, S-I-M-A-N, Simon. I'm sorry, I don't read Hindi, if that's what that is. Okay, I'm not seeing Simon answer up, so how about PV? Is PV still here? Type your question in the chat, please, if you are. And anybody else that has requested a reading, if it is Hindi, okay. Yeah, I can't speak it. Obviously, I wouldn't begin to try. I'd make a mess of it. I don't know what a tasba is. Oh, these are my meditation beads. They give me good energy when I'm doing readings. They help calm me, they help center me, and they also are protective. Now, somebody else up here way back in the chat asked a question. So Simon apparently is not here. PV's not here. So who else wants a reading? Hi, Mira. Welcome. Nice to see you back. You can speak Hindi? Oh, awesome. Awesome. Hi, my Mandy. My Mandy 28. Yes, I do, Dan. And Vanessa, okay, Aryan. All right, please do not keep typing your question, Aryan. I'm putting you on the list. I only have, let's see, I've done one. This will be number 2. I'm only doing 4 free readings, but if you guys want a super chat, then I will put you at the top of the list. And then there was somebody else who just typed in, Dan, I think there was somebody before you. I was trying to look, but I put you. Kurt, is that a threat? I love that, Dan. Yes. I'm all about 11s. My birth date, my numerology, yeah, it's a big thing for me in my world. Okay, now, y'all do not type any more questions because I've got 3 or 4 people and I can't tell who was first, to be honest, because it goes way back up in the feed. So bear with me here, and I'm going to put you on the list. One second here. Mira and Dan. And Richard, you're still here? Richard, you really want another reading? I can't even believe you. And Vanessa. Okay, no more free readings, guys. The list is full unless these people disappear, because you have to be here in the chat for me to do a reading for you. You can't request a reading and go walk the dog and disappear. I only read for people that are here in the chat. So if you guys want to hang out, you know, make friends in the chat or whatever, and I will get to you as soon as I can. So please don't type your question. Once I get through with these 4, assuming they're all here, because I only plan to do 4 today, then I'll see if I have any energy, or if there's super chats in between here, that, you know, I'll do those first. Those are my priorities. This depends on how much energy I have. What deck for Aryan? Okay, thank you. Oops, wait a minute. Well, that's interesting. Got a little piece of another deck in there. Hold on. That goes there. Now, Aryan, you asked a question about your job, did you not? Let me go back up and find your question now. Want to change your job. You want advice about changing your job. Okay. So want to ask about Aryan. Wants to change. Oh, that's no coincidence now. We have to see what that is. 7 of Pentacles. In reverse, I might add. And another one flipped over. Just a second. sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having a magic tarot moment. Okay. You guys saw me. There was some cards stuck in here that I put over there. And then I started shuffling, and there was one card left, right? And so when I shuffled, it popped out. Well, when that happens, I take it to heart that it's meant to be part of the reading. 7 of Pentacles. And at that same time, one of the cards in this deck flipped over. Y'all, I need to go buy a lottery ticket. Guess what it is? I mean, you can't make this up. No, my bad. I got to take it back. This is a different deck. No, I thought it was the 7 of Pentacles. It's the 8 of Pentacles. Never mind. Forgive all the drama. I'm not ready to speak on this. Let me get some more cards for you, Aryan. Let me get some more cards for you. Hey guys, if you haven't already hit that like button, I would be immensely grateful. It says, it's just a thank you to me for being here today. Thank you for doing that. This is interesting. I did a reading for somebody yesterday, last night, whatever. And it feels like a very similar message. Like wherever you are, whatever you're doing now, you don't want to be doing, number one. 7 of Pentacles in reverse is, you know, that means you're assessing what you're doing and what you're investing in, time, money, energy. And in the reverse, it's saying, I don't want to do this for the long term. So whatever you're doing, I don't think you're happy doing. And I feel like Spirit is saying, do something you love. Go towards something you love. And I feel like, you know, you're narrowing, here's what I heard, you're narrowing down your choices. I think you've had many choices, but you're narrowing them down. Let me see what else wants to come out for you, Aryan. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you've got to make a choice. This has something to do with moving forward, communication. I mean, there's just all this is basically, and there's the Ace of Cups again. This is not clear to me yet. Let me keep. Oh, thank you, Tati. Thank you very much. That's sweet. You're saying yes, okay, meaning you don't, what you're doing you don't like. Yeah. I wonder, now you asked me about job, and I know this is about a job reading, but I can't help but feel, because I keep getting all these cups. These are emotions, right? Oh, thank you, Built by Divine. I will move you to the top of the list here right after Aryan. Thank you. There's an emotional component to this, because we got the King of Cups, the 2 of Cups in reverse, which in a love reading is a breakup. Now, that could, sometimes tarot is literal and has a sense of humor, like, break up with this job that you don't love, right? I mean, it sometimes has that sense of humor. And I know you've been, no, let me back up. Sometimes my readings tell me, the cards tell me the backstory before it tells me the answer to my question. So that could be what's going on here. Because I don't feel like this is predictive. It feels like nothing here is fertile. It's not expanding. It's not going. It's not dependable. I mean, that just feels like it's current energy, though, not future energy. Vanessa, well, I've got 1 super chat, so there would be 2, 3, and 2 people after this one. So this one I'm doing, so 3 other people before you, Vanessa. Unless another super chat comes in. I'm just not feeling real connected with this message for you. So let me keep going here a little bit. Can you please tell me the future? Oh, well, that's excellent. And as I said that, so something is coming to you. Aryan, something good. This is a tangible offer in the three-dimensional world, something that you can count on, money you can put in the bank, that kind of thing that's going to make you very happy. That's what we want to see. So that's what it was. Tarot was just telling me the backstory. So take a little time out. This is the hermit going into the cave, getting spiritual wisdom before he comes back out. The light represents spirituality and spiritual downloads and spiritual wisdom. Yeah, making a choice to move forward with, yeah. The Queen of Wands, I'm sorry, I'm saying, yeah, like you know, right, what I'm trying to tell you. This is and especially in a money reading. Thank you, Christina. It means good income, good stability, all that good stuff. Anything else for Ariana? Oh, hold on. Aryan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Whoa, do you see that? Love that when it happens. Yeah, and apparently that's going to be coming in pretty quick, pretty fast and pretty quick for you, Aryan. This is communication. This is fast forward movement. So expect something to be coming pretty darn soon. Don't overthink it, though. Don't overthink it. Yeah, if you overthink it, your creativity will be stifled. So I don't know what kind of thing you do. I don't know what sort of job this would be. I'm not saying you would be a painter, but it means a lack of expansion. Here we go, equal give and take. I think you'll like this opportunity better. I think it's going to be more balanced for you, for sure. Look at, and again, these same two cards, you saw me shuffling. These same two cards, Ten of Cups is happiness and what you've wanted. Same cards came out with a hermit behind it. This looks really good for you, Aryan. Now, I don't have timing. I don't do timing because free will is a thing and a big thing in our universe. But it looks good. Don't stray, yeah. The wounded warrior, don't give up. Don't give up, Aryan. It's coming. It's just going to take a while. It's just going to take a while. This is, you know, I know you don't give up because you've seen nothing coming. This is the slowest energy in the tarot, but in the reverse, it's saying it's not moving at all. So this is just saying, don't give up because you think nothing is happening. All right. I'm going to leave that there. I think that's beautiful. You've got something wonderful coming. You've got something wonderful coming. It will come in fast and it will be balanced. Just don't sabotage yourself. You don't give up on it just because you think it's never coming. Believe in the dream, Aryan. Believe in the dream. That's all I can tell you. And get busy manifesting. If you don't know about the law of attraction, do your homework about that and you can bring it to you quicker. When you learn how to learn how to manifest, it collapses time. Really? No, really. So, that is what I have for you, Aryan. Okay, and Vanessa, now I've got two ahead of you. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I mean, I'm glad that people are here and buying super chats, and I'm very, very, very grateful. I do promise to get to you, though. I will make you that promise. Okay, let me put these back and let's see. So, Mira, are you here and will you type in your question, please? And then, well, actually, no, don't type it in. My bad. Mira, wait, I'm sorry. I'm confused. Let me do Built by Divine because I did say super chats come first, so let me do that. I have to be good to my word. What is your question, Built by Divine? If you'll type that in for me, thank you. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so honored. Thank you for letting me be your first then. That's so sweet. She's saying, thank you. I've never felt called to ask for a reading before, and I've never even given a super chat. I am very honored. Thank you. I will do my best to do justice to your question. I hope y'all are being polite and nice to one another since you're speaking Hindi and I have no idea what you're saying. Y'all best be nice to each other. Built by Divine, I'm waiting on your question. Did you type it and I just missed it in the feed here? Do you have a question for me, please? And thank you. I'm not seeing it. Okay, great question. I love that. Let's see what deck for you. By the way, guys, those of you who are requesting readings, the free readings are all spoken for. Thank you for being here, though. Free readings are spoken for. All those slots are filled. Thank you very much for being here, though. Okay, you just want to know, most helpful to know, what deck, please? What deck for Built by Divine? Okay. My new deck. This is my new deck. All right, please and thank you. What does Built by Divine most need to know right now? What is most helpful for Built by Divine to know? Please and thank you. Interesting. Don't usually get that message to cut the deck. Oh, that's a lot of cards, but okay. Yeah, there is another one. All right, let me see. Now, you've been here a minute, so you heard me say sometimes tarot tells me the backstory. Most of the time, in fact, it tells me the backstory. So I don't think this is predictive. Let me just tell you what I'm seeing here, and then if you can verify that in the chat for me, that would be helpful. So there's something that you're starting out on that's a new venture. All right, here's the guy happily trotting along, taking the leap of faith on a new venture. And then something happens. This is the Five of Swords, which is somebody winning at all costs. It can be mind games. It can be somebody being very cruel. Very cruel, cold, calculated, ego and pride. Again, winning at all costs. Okay. And whatever this was a heavy burden, but it's at the end of that. You're putting that down, or you're ready to put it down. Again, I don't know if this has already happened or if this is saying this is what you need to hear now. But there's something that you've been holding on tight to that you need to let go of. Now, this could be a relationship. It could be. Because this is the card of the twin flame soulmate, home, happy home, that kind of long-term relationship even. Now, if you don't have one of those, it could be a family or a relative or could even be a job, but I don't feel that. And it looks like maybe, you hope not, yeah, I know. You're with a twin flame, all right, and we just celebrated your 9th wedding anniversary. Well, congratulations. That gives hope to the rest of us when on that very difficult journey. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I may clarify this because you got a couple of pages here, and the pages are about communication, right? But it's oftentimes disappointing communication. This particular page is known as, he's the spying guy. Now don't take that like somebody's literally perverting, being a pervert. It just means like somebody's looking in on your social media, looking at your pictures, checking you out, that kind of thing. But to me, in this deck, because of, if you can see, there's a big flock of birds back here, birds of communication. In this deck, this feels like gossip to me. This feels like gossip to me. This has, now if this has not happened to you yet, this could be a cautionary tale because it's feeling like this is like somebody in your life, possibly a woman or a feminine energy, where some kind of truth has come to light. And there was some swift messaging or communication, and here again, this is the disappointing communication potentially. See, but it's fast-moving, fierce. This guy, I mean, look at the picture. Just take that. Look at that picture. Sorry, there's some people outside my townhouse here. I'm just seeing what they're up to. That is a weird energy. I'm going to put that aside for a moment. Okay, thank you. You're saying, my dad cheated on my mom for a long time and it messed me up. Well, there we go. Okay. I certainly understand that. I lived through that too, so I understand. I'm not getting the message Spirit's trying to tell me. I'm being very transparent here. I can tell when a message is connecting. This one's not connecting for me yet, so I'm going to keep digging though for you. Fariba, all of my free readings are spoken for, but thank you for being here. Walking away from what? Your happiness. Well, now hold on. It's a choice, yes. Isolation, a choice. Repeating a cycle. I'm going to have to get more on that one. Thank you for being patient as I dig through this. Fariba, I'm not taking any more questions for free readings. Check back with me again, though, please. I will take super chats, but free readings are all spoken for today. Okay. Because I can't be here 4 hours like I was yesterday. Okay, I feel like this might be a cautionary tale for you. So, and you said you were happily married, so that's great. Good Lord, count your blessings. There's an underlying energy here of this. Now, for me as a reader, because I read a lot with energy, not just tarot cards, and this card has got this like hot, sticky, I don't want to hold it energy right now, okay? There's something about that card. So now I'm trying to, and I think this was the backstory. Now Spirit's saying there's some kind of a lack of communication, lack of forward movement, where you feel it hasn't been dependable. It hasn't, I don't know if this is love life or business or personal relationships. I don't know what this is. But I think you will. And it could be you're holding back because there's something you feel is reckless. Or somebody in your life could be holding back. And what's fueling that at the bottom of the deck is either somebody is walking away from something they love or they need to walk away. And I feel like they're walking away from spilled cups, going towards something they love, that where there is balance. Now, I'm getting around to making a point here for you. I really am. Nita, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. My free readings are already spoken for today. This feels like there is some kind of an awakening that is trying to happen with, and I feel like this is you. It could be your partner, but I feel like it's you. And the divine is saying it wants you to take some time out. There's some kind of a choice that you're having to make. I think it's, I don't know if you're in the middle of it or it's upcoming. And I'll show you this card in a minute. But it feels to me like Spirit is saying, oh, I didn't talk about this yet. Go into be the hermit. Go into the cave. Ask for divine insight. Ask for divine guidance regarding this choice. Now in this, okay, you're saying you're a healer for sure, but I've not yet stepped into it, particularly for money or anything like that. I've just shared with my husband and friends. Well, that makes so much sense to me. I'm just telling you, there's something here that I couldn't put my finger on, and that makes a lot of sense. Because let me show you something. And that just made it all click for me when you said that, because if you look, this choice that you're struggling with making, and you know, every deck is different in the artwork, and I don't know if you can see it with I need a new manicure, but can you see right down here? There's a snake beside this man, and it's pointed toward the woman. And I feel like this is reflective of you're feeling, is this just a temptation? Is my ego prodding me? I know these are my words, this doesn't have to be exactly, but it's an internal struggle that you are going through, trying to reconcile doing this thing, you know. And I even get it here in the chat from trolls about, well, you shouldn't be charging money for, well, first of all, I don't charge. If you want to buy something, that's fine. I don't charge for these readings. Maybe one day I will. But it's like there's some kind of an internal conflict that you have not resolved yet within yourself about doing this practice, about doing that. Now, look, but both of these, unlike some lovers cards, look where they're looking. They're looking up at the divine. They're looking up at this angel. They're not looking at each other. They're looking up to the divine for inspiration, for, you know, what. Anyway, okay. And behind that is this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So that tells me you have the potential to be successful at this. It feels like it. Yes, let go and let God. Well, amen. Yes, and, not but, and you have to do your part with manifesting and being that point of attraction for these things. And I'll share something personal with you. I have found that it is in my best interest when I get on here and do these readings. I always meditate beforehand anyway. But if I take a few extra minutes to really work on the manifesting, the positive out of these things, it's a better session for me and for the people here than if I don't do that. And so it's a matter of taking responsibility, but yes, but also what that looks like. You know, part of taking responsibility is controlling your thoughts and choosing positive thoughts and choosing the direction that you see yourself and visualizing yourself and all the things that go into manifesting. So this feels like you just need to I'm going to ask, let me see. Yeah, don't move too fast, because right now you're afraid. I mean, I just heard that from this card. You're afraid to move at all. Yeah. Do you love it? Do you love this thing that you're thinking about doing? If you love it, it will love you back, right? That's a Darleneism, but you know what I mean. It just feels like, yeah, can't make it up. If you love it, it will love you back. If you don't, this is what you're going to get. This is anxiety. So I think the whole bottom, yeah, and the Hierophant, this is spiritual, in this case, spiritual guidance. This feels like this lesson here, this challenge for you, is more about you believing in yourself. This isn't about the divine thinking you're worthy or thinking you're good enough to do this. This is about you believing in you. And I feel like that's really the choice, the challenge that you have here is you needing to start believing in yourself. Now, when you start that ball rolling, all the details start to take care of themselves. That what you need will show up for you, but you have to do your part first. I think your family's going to support this, which is more than I have, but they think no, I shouldn't say that. That's not literal. They just don't believe in this stuff. I have to ask you a question though. Do you ever hear voices? Do you hear voices? Like, are you aware that people are talking to you from the other side? Well, amen, Richard. I know that's true. It's easy. That is such a slippery slope, isn't it? Saying, I need to know that half of me knows animal communication is real and Reiki, but half of me thinks it's nonsense. Well, there you go. That's the whole point of this today, is to tell you it doesn't matter what anybody else believes. It matters what you believe. That's really the bottom line. Yep. Because I'm seeing, it's funny you mentioned animal communication, because on this particular artwork, and I see these hummingbirds, and I don't often get that, or ever really, now that I think about it with this deck. But I just heard this, you're communicating with something on the other side, and it's perfect that you said animals, because that's what's on this card. Yep. I love it. Typically on this and other decks, there are actually dogs on this card. I don't see one in this one, but they're hummingbirds. So that's the message for you today is you need to start believing. No, I'm not telling you like a bossy mama, you need to do this. No, but the magic, the answer is for you to believe in what you're doing first and foremost and above all. Listen, I didn't come out here at my age to be so exposed and vulnerable on YouTube without a pretty thick skin and a pretty strong belief in what I do. So it starts and ends with you. What do you believe? Okay, that's my spiel. That's my message for you, darling, and I hope that that helped in some way, and I wish you much luck. We need more people who do those things in the world, and don't you let anybody else tell you otherwise. I mean it, don't. We need more people who do those things. So I'm wishing you all the best in the world. Okay, who else sent me a super chat? Because I need to get to you, and then I'll get on to these other ones. And it's so far back in the chat. I love it, y'all. Christina, are you here? And then I'm going to do Mira and Dan and Vanessa. Aha, you're saying, yeah. Okay, Christina, would you type your question, please? If you typed it, I might have missed it. Let me get back down, scroll back down here. I just did, yes. Message from your ancestors and spirit guides. Message for... First, let me ask you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is Christina your actual name, or is that just a handle here? Because that makes a difference. Thank you, Apple. I know I need to stand up. I did that yesterday, too. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see if there's any messages for you. And I might pull cards, but let me just tune in for a minute. Any messages for Christina, please? That is your picture? It's so tiny I can hardly see it. Or I have old eyes or both, but... Christina, did you or somebody in your family just get a dog, or are you thinking about getting a dog or a puppy? Random, I know, but... Aryan, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just go, take your time, go through it, be diligent. No. You might be. You might be. I'm looking at, just one second. Messages for Christina. What do you want to say to Christina? That whatever you are feeling bad about right now, because you just went through something, don't give up hope, because you have the key to fix it. See that key on that card? She's sitting there with her hand in her knees, and yet she can pick that key up and go and unlock that door to her wishes and hopes. So there's something here that you're feeling a loss about. Yeah, feeling a loss about something that you, well, this star card literally means healing, but it also means wishes and dreams and things you're hoping for. This could have been, did you just break up with somebody? Having problems with your daughter. Well, that's a kind of breakup. It doesn't have to be a romantic breakup, a romantic lover situation. But that's interesting. You have the key. All right, let me see what else I want to say, because your daughter is very frustrated with you right now. That's part of being a mom, isn't it? The job description did not say all fairies and moms must be all fairies and unicorns, did it? Thought there was a card that flipped there, but I don't see it now. Please show me some messages for Christina. Please show me some messages for Christina. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, by the way. I'm very, 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 very grateful. What else does Christina need to know? Yep, there it is. That's the heartbreak. But the good news is it's the end of a cycle. Whatever this thing is that you're going through with her, it's at the end of the cycle. Now there's more here. I wish I could spend more time on these readings. I mean, this is what tarot is telling me, but your spirit guides are speaking through me. I hope you know that, through tarot, through me. But there's something here, and it is saying you will be victorious in whatever this is. And at the bottom of the deck is this happy home card. This is harmony in the home. Okay, get it. I've never, that I remember, ever had this message come with this card. But it was the best piece of advice I ever got as a parent. A friend of mine gave me this advice early on, and I was so grateful as years went by. Pick your battles. Pick your battles. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. It means he's looking at, now which one of these, or I've planted these seeds, which one of them do I want to invest in for the long term? This is the big picture, timing. Looking at things for the long view. And this is saying, again, you will be victorious. Pick your battles, Mom. Pick your battles. And then you can have this. What else for Christina, please? Oh, thank you. And I wish, I wish every mother in the world knew that, because we think in that moment when our child is screaming and yelling and calling us names or whatever they do, I hate you, I'll never speak to you again, whatever they do, and when they're teenagers, that's the way we're going to be viewed in their eyes forever, and that's not the case, but still, pick your battles. Yeah, it's saying, you will come together. Right now there's disharmony. I see that because it's this disharmony in the home is falling right under this card, this Three of Swords, which is heartache. But the Six of Pentacles, which is balance and equal give and take, is coming right under the Victory card. So this will work out. Yeah, this will work out. This is the card of celebration and coming together. Let me get two more for you. G-Sued, I have no more free readings tonight. I'm afraid they're all booked up. But thank you very much for being here. Christina is saying, I got upset because I've never get invited to my grandkids' Christmas plays, but the other grandma has went 3 years. Oh, yeah, see, thank you though for being here, hon. I appreciate you, G-Sued. I see how your feelings would be hurt over that. And I can relate to that. I can, and it, yeah. I'm going to tell you something else here in a minute. Got a very random message there with that. Okay. We talked about this, investing for the long term, and the Empress falls underneath that. She is about expansion, creativity, nurturing, all the beautiful aspects that a grandma would have, right? But I also heard, and I hate to tell you this because this just sounds so trite and it just so random. I mean, so general and generic. But it's true. It's well known for a reason that we as parents and grandparents get smarter as our kids get older. I know you know what I mean. We don't change, but they grow up and they go through life and they start going through some of the same struggles that we went through, and they start to understand us better by virtue of that. And I got this weird, not weird, but just unusual message that maybe when they have their own children, this because she's pregnant in this card, that you could have some revelation. They could have revelations rather. Now that may be far off. I don't know. I don't know, but I think that that's saying they're going to look back and see ways that they disappointed you, that this is the card of apathy, that they may have left you out because of choices that they made. Let me get one more for you, though. Brian, there is no sex in tarot. Did you know that? These are archetypal representations. There's no gender, rather, not sex. There's no gender in tarot. If we say he or she, it's because that's what's represented on the card. Now, those all want to come out. Let's see. Love it, love it, love it. You keep loving those babies, your own and the grandbabies. Thought I had that earlier, did I not? So, all right, I'm going to stop for a second and give you the speech about, I'm going to give you the quick speech. Educate yourself about law of attraction, because what you're experiencing is a mirror of what your inner beliefs are, what you're thinking. So the more you focus on you're being rejected and ostracized, my words, not yours, not being chosen to be a part of this family thing with your family, the more you focus on that and the hurt feelings in that, the more you're going to get of that. So pivot and turn towards some happier thoughts. Now, the Page of Cups, that's just what it says. Kind of, I'm drawn to this. I don't even know if you can see it. Somebody making like a little heart with their hands here on the bottom of the card. And but this man he's looking up and away from that. And I kind of feel like maybe your family is focused on other things right now, but you just keep loving. You just keep loving, even if nobody's watching. Do you know what I'm saying? It's what we do when nobody's watching us that matters. And even though you may feel somewhat isolated, walk away from it. Don't let it affect you. I know that's easier said than done. I used to tell, well, I still do tell my students this, be the duck. Be the duck. Let the water roll off your back like water on a duck's back. Because this is mind games, head games, somebody winning at all cost. This is ego and pride. In the reverse, it's saying the potential is there to make amends. Somebody wanting to make amends, and here you are, offering your cup of love instead of being all judgmental. And then when that happens, you can put down this heavy burden because Spirit is working to balance this for you. Spirit is working in this situation behind the scenes to balance this out for you. But I really feel like you can help this situation a lot by, again, catching yourself, not dwelling on what has happened in the past. You're giving away your future. Every moment you focus backwards, you're giving away tomorrow. So focus forward. Start trying to feel happy. Remember how you love them, no matter how they treat you. This is not about anybody outside of you. And as I always say, if you love is everywhere. Thank you so much for your concern, and I really do appreciate that. I was born and raised in a Christian household, so you don't need to worry about me there. And I do lots of protection, so thank you for your concern. This feels to me, though, like you're kind of, it's like you're sitting in a pot of soup of your own making. Now, I'm not saying those people didn't do those things, and I'm not saying you weren't left out, and I'm not saying that was right of them to do that. But you're choosing to sit in the pot. This is the proverbial frog that, have you heard this? If you put a frog in a pot of boiling water, he will jump out. If you put a frog in a pot of cold water and you turn the heat on, he will stay in the pot until it boils. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on. You've just let yourself sit here in these negative feelings, and now it's like this ugly stew that you're in, and Spirit wants you to get out of that. Spirit wants you to pull yourself out of this and have some positive thoughts and start thinking positively, and then you will start creating more positive things around you, including your family starting to honor you. Start affirming, I am a valuable part of this family. I am worthy of their love and respect. I am worthy of being included in my family's events. I'm the favorite grandma. You can use that one too. Don't tell them I said that. I'm the favorite grandma. They love me so much. They can't wait to spend time with me. Start really changing your thoughts to positive things. And I hope that helps. And I wish you the best of luck with that. I really do hope that helps, because that hurts. I know it does. Ouch. Okay. That's all I'm going to say on that, and I do hope that helps, sweetheart, really. Blessings to you. Now, Mira, if you're here, I've got my super chats done. If you're here, you're very welcome, Christina. And Merry Christmas to you, too. Thank you. So, Mira, I know you're here somewhere. Please type your question back in for me, because it's long lost in the chat. Namaste to you too, Christina. Pardon me. Mira, where are you? Where are you, Mira? I didn't forget you. You're in my, I'm not Mira. I'm sorry. I did Mira. Dan, that's who's next. I apologize. Dan, and then Vanessa. Or did I do you? I struck you off a list. Did I do you or not? I'm so darn confused now I can't even. Did I just do that prematurely? Well, that certainly is a miracle, Jay. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you saying that. Guys, please don't type any more questions in. All of my free readings are spoken for tonight. And Vanessa, you're still here. Okay, great. Mira, did I not answer your question? I do apologize. I think maybe I started and then I realized I had a super chat ahead of you, didn't I? Is that what I did? I'm so sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I think it's time for my allergy medicine. You're asking about Krishna, your partner Krishna. Okay, you want to know his feelings for you. Can't get this frog out of my throat. I apologize. What deck, please? What deck for Mira? Okay. Thank you. All right, Spirit, please and thank you. Tell me, please, Mira's former partner's name, Krishna. What are Krishna's feelings for Mira, please? I do, hang on. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just can't talk if I can't get that frog out of my throat. Please show me. Okay. Well, let me wait to speak on that. Hey, Mooney, thank you. Mooney, I'm sorry, all the free readings for tonight have been spoken for, but if you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell, I will be coming live again. I'm not sure with Christmas being this week exactly when, but YouTube will notify you. And also for anybody else watching, you can contact me if you want a private reading. You can either go to my channel here on YouTube page and click on Buy Me a Coffee, and there's an option there to buy a personal reading. You can also contact me through my email to request a reading. That is scorpio1111reads@gmail.com. And I hope I'm not going to start coughing on y'all. I do apologize. Thank you, Mooney. I appreciate you very much. Dan, you are next on the list. But now I got to go back up here and find your question again because I want to get his name right. Krishna. Okay, thank you. I just feel that was premature. Please show me Krishna's feelings for Mira. Please and thank you. Please show me Krishna's feelings for Mira. Thank you. Well, he's done a lot of thinking about this. This is overthinking, in fact, Mira. This is overthinking. And this is the King of Cups in reverse. So this king holds his cup. He doesn't give it. Or he's saying, I'm sorry to say that he doesn't love you the way that maybe you want him to love you. This is the Nine of Cups in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, also with a Three of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody saying, no, I will not collaborate with you. And somebody being very cold, frankly. I don't know if this is him or you, but let's keep going here. So those two cards are saying somebody holding their cup of love back, overthinking to the nth degree. Page of Swords in reverse means no communication, which we already knew that, and it came back. You remember I was shuffling and that card popped up and it didn't feel quite right then, so I wanted to wait, and it came back out again, the Hierophant. Now, I don't want to speak on that quite yet because All right. This is not being able to move on from a heartache. Now, you take that as you will. That could mean a couple of, you can look at that from two different perspectives. The Hierophant, though, I need to talk about that because he represents authority, like it used to be called the Pope. It can be spiritual guidance. It could be, also it means tradition, like a long-term relationship or traditional relationship. Let me see what else that he's walking away from. So I'm presuming this means he's walking away from your relationship. Now, if you guys were just casually dating, that's not what that means. But if you were, you know, like in a partner, you're saying partner, then it means very clearly here, walking away from that commitment. Whoa, hold on. Wow, this is a lot. Repeating a cycle of not investing. So I don't know if this means he didn't invest, he didn't think you were investing. Repeating a cycle of something that they didn't want to invest in, or now, you know, these came out down here, but it really follows this card. So it's saying, I'm walking away from what? From repeating a cycle. In other words, I don't want to repeat this cycle of a situation where I can't invest, or I didn't invest, or that person didn't invest. But then we have, this is, okay, the Fool, which is the beginning of something new, right next to, but I can't put this ending behind me, or I'm having trouble getting over an ending. Where I know this is, I don't know if this is him or you, ego and pride got in the way. I didn't listen to my intuition. I might have been very shallow and even needy, or I might have just been selfish. And that might have had something to do with something in the home, tangible money, home. I hope this is making sense to you. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate your prayers always. You know, Mira, I'm getting this real back and forth energy here. Like, I just feel, and this kind of tells the story right here, that the fueling energy, if you will, for me is at the bottom of the deck. This person had or has feelings for you, yes, but they just don't want to fight for this anymore. They don't want to fight for it because there was just too much. This is apathy, too much, just apathy, disappointment. And I'm tired of not knowing which way to go, or I can't see my way. This is a crossroads. This card means crossroads. I can't see my way through the crossroads to bring an apology about something here. I think that there are still feelings here, but he's not acting on it. And this king takes precedent over this knight. And this was the first card out, which kind of sets the stage for the rest of the reading. So if he has or had feelings for you, he's not fighting for this relationship anymore. I feel like he's letting it go. Even though, and these two cards, new beginning, I'm having trouble letting go. So that it's a little bit contradictory, but he will come back in the future. Well, you keep manifesting that. You certainly can make that happen. I don't, and I can't disagree with you about that at all, because I feel like there's a very back and forth energy with this person with you right now, and in his feelings right now. I do. I feel like that's why I kept looking at these two cards. I want a new beginning, but I can't let go of the past. I want a new beginning, but I can't let go of the past. I want a new beginning, but I can't let go of this ending. It's a very conflicting back and forth energy. And so right now, I think this person is just being, like the Emperor in reverse can be somebody who's controlling, but I don't think it's controlling you. He's trying to control his feelings and control the situation. Yeah. Now, part of what this could be saying, besides not listening to your intuition, is things coming to the light, potentially, that were hidden about a Queen of Wands. Now, the queens typically for me in readings are people, but it can mean an energy of something that was like this could, I don't know if this is him or you, that, as I said, shallow and selfish, and it could be, it was all about money for him. Maybe he's saying that was what was selfish and shallow, was it was all about money for him. Or it needs, or I'm just going to be shallow. I'm going to control my life and my feelings by just being shallow for a time and focusing on money. That actually feels more accurate to me. Instead of doing this, instead of coming forward with any cup of love at the moment. I really feel like that's what's going on here. Yeah. I can't invest in a new beginning because I'm still hung up on something an ending from the past. So I think he's just working on controlling himself, if you will, and work. Well, I've talked about that before, about twin flame journeys. You, of course, I'm sure if you're in one, well, I hope you have done research, not just using that term. It gets a little overused sometimes, but the true twin flame journey is not about union with your person. It's lovely if that happens, but a true twin flame relationship is about you each showing each other something, growing, helping each other to grow, spiritually speaking. And so typically it's typically the feminine, not always. You need to learn about your own self-worth. You need to, the best way to get, it's like a rubber band. The less you focus on him, the more likely you'll hear from him. The more you cut off your feelings from him, the more likely he'll want to be drawn back to you. And I won't go into the whole long story of how that works and all that, but so that is true. He's focusing on his work and finances recently, yeah. So Mira, the best thing for you to do is you get strong in you. You start proclaiming your self-worth. You fill your own personal cup, yourself, your cup of love yourself. And then in time, if that is meant to be, and you know, you both have your journey of awakening, and you're just here to help each other do that, whether you're together or not. And Joy in the Unknown is saying, yes, my twin flame is with a karmic who is my ex-BFF. Well, I know it. Oftentimes they're in another relationship. That's why I kept looking at that Queen of Wands, wondering if that might be, if he's in that stage right now with someone else. But the lesson for us, and I say us, is knowing our self-worth. And when you get to the point where, you know, this is true about any relationship, but especially the twin flame, I think, is you feel the connection. It is such an incredibly strong connection that it's difficult for you. I mean, you all the obsessive thinking and all of that, it's so difficult. I'm just commiserating. But you have to be on your own and fill your own cup and know your own self-worth. Then your point of attraction changes, and that's when your frequency changes so that your twin can come back in for you. But as long as you're focusing down here on, I don't have my person and I want my person, they won't come to you. Or if they come to you, they won't come correct, they'll be with a karmic or something like that. So that's what I have for you, Mira. I sure hope that helps. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, I know, but I am sorry. That's what it is. You know, that twin flame journey is not for the weak of heart. Enjoying the unnoticing is all a learning experience, and really it has helped me elevate and elevate and actually be more vulnerable and loving, and he himself is actually doing the same. There it is. That's right. That's exactly it. Joy in the unknown. You've nailed it. It is about each of you in your own journey, whatever lessons you each need to learn. Typically with the feminine, it is about self-worth, and maybe him too. And you often mirror each other in the things that you're going through. So, like I said, not an easy one. And I wish you the best though, Mira. Dan, are you here? My patient Dan, are you here? I wouldn't blame you if you're not, but it's your turn, Dan. If you're here, type your question in, please. Yes. And Vanessa, you're here. You're next too, honey. I got you right here on my little list. Thank you. Okay, Dan, what's your question? You are welcome, Vanessa. Did some of that crazy chat go away? Thank goodness. You're in a spiritual awakening, and at the end, I feel my twin flame is coming to my life. Can you say when? Oh, Dan, I don't do timing. I'm sorry to disappoint you. There's too much free will involved with that, but I can tell you, because I just had this conversation last night, and I mentioned it earlier. I don't know. Hi, Cher. Welcome. A description of the twin flame, etc. Okay. There are different opinions, or people have different stories about what a twin flame is. And I'm not going to go getting into all physics because I'm not qualified to talk about that. But, you know, we are existing in multiple universes at the same time. Our soul is not confined by time or dimensions. Our soul is everywhere at once. So my understanding, or what I find easiest to understand, is that we are part of that same soul, okay? And most of the time when we incarnate, we're other places, but this is a lifetime where you both pieces incarnate at the same time in the same place. So you're like a soul that's dual. I can't say split in half. I don't know about, it's going down another rabbit hole, but anyway, you're part of the same soul. And typically you're on your own journey and they're on their own journey, but what happens is you happen to incarnate in the same lifetime, and then you are, by crazy circumstances, often end up coming together and meeting in this 3D reality. And you do that, again, as I was just saying, because it's the perfect time in your soul's evolution to come together to learn and help each other with certain spiritual growth and, as you say, awakening. So that's my definition of it. Now let's see. Now, Mira, let me read your comment here. Now it's much clearer to me what I have to do and what not. Awesome in this journey. Thanks a lot and lots of love. Merry Christmas to you too. You are very welcome, Mira. I'm glad that helped. Thank you for those comments. That's very sweet. Well, and that's an interesting point, Dan. I'm glad you said that, because oftentimes, and I don't talk about this aspect of it, but oftentimes people that deal with twin flames or know about it, and teachers that talk about it, supposedly the union of two twin flames is greater than the sum of its parts. And what I mean is, oftentimes the twin flame journey is, yes, it's about you two, but when you both elevate and work on your shadow sides and you both spiritually awaken, then you come together for a purpose that is greater. It's something you're meant to do in the world. Now, I don't mean on a worldwide scale necessarily. It's just something bigger than just your relationship that twin flames are meant to be together to accomplish in the world. That's what I understand. And I'll let you know if I ever get there with him. But right now, it's very close to sayonara for me. So, anyway, I hope that helps too. All right, so you just want a reading on your near future, but relative to your twin flame. Is that what you're asking, I think, Dan? What deck for Dan, please? What deck for Dan, please, and thank you. I love this one. What deck for Dan? Now, let's see. Tell me, please, the potential. You know, I always say, tarot readers, any reader of any kind, we just pick up on potentials in the quantum field, and at this moment, what the likely potential is, which could change tomorrow based on your thoughts and what you're doing, what you're manifesting. So, just want to throw that out there. Okay, show me, please, what the potential future is for Dan and his twin flame, the person he is thinking of currently. Hey guys, also, thank you. I see y'all, a lot of y'all have hit that like button, and I'm so grateful. I want to ask you though, because I asked this last night before I get your cards in. YouTube is starting something new. I don't know, I don't understand this. What is different about this than Super Chats, but they're starting something called Jewels or Gems or something like that. And I don't know if you can see it on your screen or not, but apparently if I don't know this, because I'm asking if anybody knows this, you buy like a block of them, and then you can give them out to different readers. You know, it's like, I guess at some point it's money, but you pay for that up front, and then you give it out, you give your gems out. So YouTube is a promotion right now for creators that if we get one for every reading, 3 until now the end of January in the live readings, they'll double that in some, I don't know. I don't know if y'all heard anything about it, or do you see those on your screen? Show me what's going on for Dan. Okay. Death and rebirth, but for me that means change, Dan. So I'd say that's probably a good sign. Maybe it's a change saying that your person's ready to work on things. Let's get some more cards here. Oh, an ending followed by, a new beginning. That's exciting. Oh, Beverly, I'd love to help, honey, but I have given out all the free readings are spoken for tonight. But if you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell, YouTube will let you know when I come on again live. And you can get in my queue for free readings then if you would like. Okay. Dan, do you feel like your person owes you an apology? Good night, Mira. Sleep well. Thank you again for being here. Dan, do you feel like your person or somebody here, this is saying a new beginning, change is here. Could have been an ending. Endings mean beginnings. Change, followed by, this is the Fool, starting off new, fresh, a new beginning, a new journey, possibly an apology, but this just means like a crush energy because we want to move on to calmer waters. That's encouraging. Dan, yes, okay. Somebody's owed an apology. I get you. That's what I was feeling. Yeah, because somebody wants to come in out of the cold. I don't know if this is you or your partner, but we did ask about them. So if the story is reversed, you know the parts and the pieces where they go, right? Five of Pentacles means feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, no communication. Now, you heard me say earlier, because you've been here all night, oftentimes tarot gives me the backstory before they answer your question. So this has already happened is my feeling. It's not telling me yet. Okay, Mickey's saying if you turn on memberships, people can buy gift membership. Yeah, that I know, but this YouTube will automatically gift them to subscribers. Really? So that's what this whole gem and thing is? That's what that's about? Or jewels or whatever the heck they're called? They didn't, I don't remember them relating that in the information they sent the creators that it was tied to memberships though. It just says, okay, but maybe that's it, Mickey. Thank you. And thank you for being here again. So Dan, you know, if this has already happened, then it's probably what's going on here. They're just telling me what's already happened. But your person either wants to come and tell you the truth or they're having an epiphany about this. Yeah, they've started this new thing with gems. I think they're called gems or jewels. And apparently people can buy a block of them and then just give them out to readers in the live, vertical live feeds. But I don't know what that looks like on your side. All right, keep going. Keep telling me the story, please. For Dan. Okay, well, is it a she? Your partner is a she? You didn't say, I don't know, but he or she is having an epiphany about a repeating cycle. In other words, you know, again, and I was just talking about twin flames and what we do for each other. We help each other grow. So your person has had some kind of an epiphany or an awakening about the cycle and about some choice that they're making. Cher, I don't have any more free readings left tonight, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So this is somebody making a choice, picking that one. See, there's one behind her and there's one in her hand. I've made my choice now about what I love and about this cup of love. Oh, okay, thank you, Danielle. Danielle is short. My brother was Danny, so I kind of jumped to the fact that Dan was a man. That's why I did that. Danielle asked about what job I should be in because I have just reached the end of a spiritual awakening. I missed that entirely. I thought you were asking about your twin flame. How in the world did I? Because it's telling me the story of love here. Well, all right. I'm talking to my deck. Should we stay with this deck for Dan? Danielle. I like that better, Danielle. So you want to know about your job, is that right? Well, that certainly is possible, Cher. I mean, come on. When you're stuck in feelings, it affects everything in your life. But this could also say, and let me finish with this before I move on here for you, Danielle. One of you made a choice, because I feel like this is love, about this love situation. And this is the Seven of Swords. This is the card of deception, plotting, planning, can be, lying, cheating, I don't know. But the way this fell, look at, he's running away from this heart. So, the twin flame connection is all about a runner and a chaser anyway, and no communication. So, okay, so that we know. But I agree, it can affect, does affect everything. I can personally testify to that. Okay, but Danielle wants to know about work. Is that right? I don't have any more slots for readings, guys. Thank you for clicking tonight on my video. I appreciate you so much, but I don't have any more slots tonight. So, Danielle. Why? All right, I'm asking. No, I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put it back. We're just going to start over for your job thing. So we know the backstory about that. But let's ask. I apologize, Danielle, that I got that mixed up. As you can see, you've been here, how this chat spins sometimes and hard to keep up. Okay. Mickey, are you laughing at me? Yeah, I know that. All right, now, one more shuffle and then I'll ask your question. So, we want to know about Danielle's job. Okay. And really you want to know, how did you word it? I'm looking back to see what you... Well, are you saying that you, excuse me one moment. Thank you, Mickey. Okay. Now, job for you, Danielle. Are you saying that when you say you have a sixth sense, are you thinking about going into something in that field? Is that what you're thinking about? And I'll tell y'all, part of this shift of Pluto into Aquarius and just some big shifts we've been having in the heavens, it is the veil between our world and the world we cannot see, the other side, is thinning. So more and more people are going to be able to see things and know things. And, I mean, it doesn't mean we all have to be readers. It doesn't mean you can't be readers. I'm not saying that about you, Danielle. That was just a general comment about people are going to start to be able to see and know things. And I think that's wonderful. Yeah, I can see you're confused. You don't know if you need to stay where you are. You're afraid. I think you're afraid about money too, how that's going to play in. You're afraid that you won't be able to make money at whatever this thing is you're thinking about. You're saying, I have spiritual gifts, but where do I go from here after my spiritual awakening has just come to an end? Your spiritual awakening never stops. Let me just get that all out there right now. you may plateau for a little bit, but you never stop growing. You know, a spiritual, many people, this is my opinion now, you don't have to take this. Many people confuse spiritual awakening with like enlightenment. And even enlightenment, I personally don't know that that's like you suddenly drop your body and you become a light being and you're, you know, whatever. I mean, that's a lot of airy-fairy for me. I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I think that we have access to other dimensions, I'm gonna leave it at that, other dimensions as we evolve. I prefer that word, evolve. And an awakening is part of your spiritual evolution. And so I feel like, you know, you're thinking about this as an end goal, and I have to say I don't agree with that. It's a stepping stone. You will always have other ones. This is just a plateau where you are right now. Now, let me keep going here for you regarding your work. Can you please give me some guidance for Danielle, please, regarding work and job and career? Please and thank you. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. You're not suited. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, Melissa. It's interesting because I don't rarely get that. Well, never mind, it doesn't matter how I get what. It's saying you're not suited for shallow things. So you're talking about being spiritual here. Yeah, that I think I'm hearing this. This is like you, besides the whole money thing I just mentioned. And I'm really relating to this because I'm not just a Scorpio, I'm a double Scorpio. And I just, you know, I have a hard time with small talk and tedious little superficial things. And I mean, it's just not who I am. Now, you know, give me something deep and meaningful to talk about and I'll be there all night with you, like why I'm here with you guys, right? So it feels to me like Spirit's saying that's, you know, it's interesting for you to know that. Don't fret over the fact that maybe you don't feel like you fit in with other people because of that, right? Because that's not who you are. That's not who you are. Yeah. I think you may have had some identity, just some need to resolve some of those identity things around that. No, Lars, I'm not on Tinder. No. That's right, Mickey. The awakening is the beginning to use your gifts to explore a new world. There we go. Love it. And, Mickey, I would add to that, and create your new world by adding to that the law of manifestation as it factors in. No, Danielle, I don't think you're being rude. These things take more time than I can believe sometimes. What else, please, for Danielle? I'd like to know, though, if you can resonate with what I just said to you about feeling that, you know, you don't fit into superficial. That's just not who you are. That's a statement. I don't want to even ask you that. That's a statement. So all of this really is confirming that if you want to do something spiritual, I think, and that deck is not talking to me anymore. Why? Turn it around. Maybe that's it. Can you give me some advice, please? We know this. Can you please give me advice for Danielle? Although this was advice. Don't do something superficial or, you know, working at a desk job, counting widgets or, you know. I know we have to pay the bills, but I'm saying as a career path, I don't think you would be happy there. What does this have to do with her career? I don't understand. Oh, okay. I get it. All right, Spirit is telling you, and I can attest to this, and Mickey can too. He's been here through some of those gnarly stuff lately. I'm getting a message here for you because I'm affirming that if you want to go into something that's not shallow, for example, spiritual work, I think you should pursue that. You've got lots of choice. You will have, if you haven't already looked in it, lots of directions to choose to go in, more than you think actually. But one above all of them will stand out for you. One will stand out for you. Now, in the beginning, the Spirit is telling me a little bit about the story. In the beginning, it might feel like you're it's a hard battle. Let me just say that. You may be tempted to give up. You may be tempted to give up, but this is just saying what could happen because it doesn't feel so reliable and dependable, whatever this thing is that you're considering your spiritual, using of your spiritual gifts. And it may be disappointing for you. And you may doubt, thank you, Apple, you may doubt that you are going down the right road. You might even feel yourself being unhappy with it. But there's some balancing out that this is helping you with. What you can't see is that in this, that may be a challenge for you, what you can't see that's not unbalanced is actually leading you to happiness, a happy home, and victory. So there's just some kind of, this could be referencing what we read earlier about your relationship, but it can also, and I feel this is more about, if you go down this road, don't get discouraged. I just want to hold this up. Don't get discouraged. This is the wounded warrior. Don't give up, because you will eventually have a victory in this. But the road to get there might not be smooth. It might be a bumpy ride, and you might get disappointed at times, and you might feel like this is not my thing. But what you can't see is when those, let me put it differently, and I'm speaking from a person who does spiritual stuff. When those challenges come in whatever this is for you, it's spirit, it's like what, if you know anything about sword making, and I won't go into that whole long story, but it's, you have to keep putting that sword in the fire, and then the person making the sword hammers it, flattens it out, puts it back in the fire, hammers it more, and it folds the steel over and over and over, and then puts it in the fire, and then hammers it out, and then folds the steel. And this is a very long process, but the more that is done, the stronger the sword is the point. And I feel like Spirit is saying you have to go through experiencing some of this imbalance in this field that you're thinking about in order to get to this and this. It's basically, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that kind of thing. I know that's a trite thing to say, but it's hardening, not hardening, that's not the right word. It's strengthening you to be able to use these gifts. Because I'm going to tell you, you can't be out here on YouTube doing what I do if you don't have a thick skin. I said that earlier, and you just have to. So there's partly this thing you went through in your relationship, but this feels more like future for me, this bottom row, about what potentially is coming if you choose to go down this road, and I think you should. I think you should explore it. There is learning to be had here for you, and it might not bring you all the money in the world up front, but with time, here's your victory, with time. After you go through the roller coaster, a little bit of a bumpy ride, to me, that's imbalance, and the scales have to Balances could also be seeing karma. You may have to work through a little bit of karma yet to get there. But after that, you can have the happy home and you can have the victory and all the rest of it that you're wanting. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Danielle. I hope that helps. And I wish you sweet dreams. I know you've got to go to bed, so you head on to bed. But I hope you will take this encouragement with you. And thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you very much. And now, finally, for Vanessa. Are you here, Vanessa? Have you patiently been waiting? Bless your heart. Are you still here? Dakota is asking, are the personal readings permanent? Meaning if you get a reading, oh, it absolutely can be changed. It can change in the next 5 minutes because people have free will. Mankind, you have free will. And based on what you are manifesting, what you're working on, what you're thinking and putting your energy toward, that can change on a dime. Yes. Lily's Angels, I'd love to do a reading for you, but all of the ones tonight, my slots are booked. If you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell, though, YouTube will notify you next time I do another one. And probably, you're welcome, Dakota, probably after, I may come on Thursday night, but I got a whole bunch of family, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. If not, it'll be next weekend before I come on, just letting y'all know. Yes, you do, Mickey. That's right, what Mickey said. You do have the power to change your destiny. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Vanessa, are you still here? It is finally your turn, Vanessa, and you're my last one. Thank you. I appreciate your subscription. Thank you very much. And for anybody, because I always forget to mention that, good evening, Chrissy. And hi back to the UK. Thank y'all. And to Detroit as well. We like swords. Yes, Mickey, I know you do. I was thinking about that today. I was thinking, Dan says, you're just going to, I've got to go now. But, oh, my gosh, you're so welcome, Danielle. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience and waiting for your reading. That was very kind of you. Thank you. Mickey, I was thinking about you guys in our night the other night. I was thinking about that today, and I was thinking we should maybe start a group. And what was I going to call it? It was a lot of alliteration around swords. I can't remember now, but it was funny at the time. You like swords too? You like real swords? What kind of swords do you like? There's all kinds of swords in the world. I'm no expert, but I'm waiting for Vanessa to chime in, please. I am waiting for Vanessa to chime in. Oh, a katana. Yes, me too. I have a couple of them. Awesome, Red. Yes. Uh-oh, Mickey. We have another sword lover in the group. Or two. The one attached to your tail, my Scorpio friend, yes. Or, no, that's a stinger. That's not a sword. That's right. Scorpios have stingers. We don't have that pitchfork tail. Thank you very much. Although some people would accuse us of that. Well, I'm not young, and yes, I am still dating. Mickey, what can we call it? The Saturday sword something? I can't remember what I was thinking of earlier now. Sassy sword something? I don't know. Well, I certainly don't want to be in a fight with any of them, Chrissy. I can tell you that. You know, I'm a martial artist, and we learned how to defend against a lot of things and trained. To me, it was much more dangerous and scary to be in a knife fight than it was a gunfight for me. That was much more, that just was a more scary thing than a gunfight to me. So I get it. Slicing Saturdays, okay. Slicing Saturdays. Hello from Croatia. Wow, Sandra. A warm welcome. That's a far ways away. Vanessa, are you still here or did you give up on me? Apparently. There you are. What's coming towards me in love? You are single. Okay, great. Jonathan, you're late again. I'm just doing my last reading. I know you asked that question the other night. Do I think you'll be like Jim Morrison? My goodness. Why can't you just be you? You don't need to be like anybody. Be you. We love Jim Morrison, but we don't need another one. Be you. That's what I have to say about that. Vanessa, what's coming towards you in love? Put that down. What deck for Vanessa? Ooh, you get the pretty ones. Okay. What do you see coming toward Vanessa in love, please? Vanessa is single for the next red hot minute, but not for long. Right? Not for long, Vanessa. What's coming toward Vanessa in love, please? What is coming toward Vanessa in love? Please and thank you. Gotcha. I gotcha, Vanessa. What's coming toward Vanessa in love? Please and thank you. Well, okay, let's try this. It's coming toward Vanessa in love, please. Well, I can't sit here all night and wait for you to talk, please. Is there another deck that'd like to speak for Vanessa, please? Okay. I like you, but I can't be here all night. Would you like to talk to Vanessa, please? Yay. Jason, I have filled all my slots tonight for free readings. I hope you will come back another night, though. Oh, somebody's got a crush on you. Goodness me, and this person is somebody who is traditional and may want to go the distance. Well, that's what's coming in. We like that. I thought another card flipped. No? What's coming toward Vanessa in love? Soon. Soon. What's coming toward Vanessa in love? Soon. Okay. Uh-oh. I hope it's not this guy. That's the devil card. It could be, you know. Ooh, girl. Let's see here. Yes, I did see your question. I'm answering it. Can you not hear me? I'm here, Vanessa. You're going to have, this is amazing. You're going to be spoiled for choice. You are going to be spoiled for choice here, Vanessa. You got, I'm going to say one person, maybe two people coming toward you soon. And right in the smack middle of all this is this guy right here. Now, don't, not literally, but I think it's just, let me feel, excuse me, I'm getting hiccups now. Excuse me. Not good timing for hiccups. All right. Probably, you can answer yes or no to this. Probably this devil has to do with your past or your past relationships. The devil can be addictions, yes. It can be obsessions, yes. But ultimately, it means something in our life, some kind of a toxic something that's holding us back from being the best version of us. It's restrictions. Can you see he's got strings? This is the devil, and he's holding this guy, well, you know, dangling him like a puppet, right? I feel this is Spirit saying, don't you be held back by things from the past. That's what I feel like this is saying to you. Could be saying, because what I'm seeing here is you're going to be overwhelmed. This could also be telling the past story. Maybe you were juggled by someone who was toxic. That could be. You'll know if that's your story or not. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. You have a good one as well. So, in the future, though, what we're seeing here is you're having lots of choices. And mic drop, this is the king. This is my favorite. Well, so is it my favorite king, but also the King of Cups. He's a good guy, too. This is someone who, this is the marrying kind of king. He's someone who's dependable, and you've got the Hierophant, which that's one of the cards that readers say leads to marriage. He's dependable. He's money's good. He's attractive. He's kind. He's generous. Takes care of his family and his peeps. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have this guy who's coming forth with some kind of a love offer. That's what that means. Ooh, my goodness. There is great potential in whoever this is coming toward you. This is expansion, creativity, nurturing. Be careful if you don't want to get pregnant, because this is saying that is one of the many potentials out there. Because right underneath this love offer is this card, and it's, you know, I don't always get that. In fact, I rarely get that off of her, but I did need to say that for you. So mind your business about that. Yeah, don't overthink it, but this, oh my God, and now there's the, what did I just say? King of Cups. I think you may have two people coming to you. You may have two people coming to you. Wow. What else? I'm going to ask from the top of the deck now. Mickey, are you leaving me? It says, I must depart for now. Thank you for continuing to show. You're so sweet, Mr. Oh, much love to you, Mickey, and I hope you get a nice, warm, sunny day there in the UK to celebrate Christmas. Keep sorting. Amen, brother. Keep sorting to you as well. And I look forward to seeing you again, Saturday or not sorting, whatever day. Many blessings to you, Mickey. Thank you. 8 years single now, Vanessa says, and I don't know with anyone right now. Well, you asked me what's coming towards you, though. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I kind of feel like this will be, this definitely is in 2025. I don't do timing, Vanessa. I don't do timing, but, no but, I just don't. Too much free will. What else is coming toward Vanessa? Please and thank you. What else is coming toward Vanessa? You have paid for love spell, love candle spells, white spells. I'm glad you put that word white in there. I was going to be worried about you. Well, I got to talk. You've been here all night listening to me talk about law of attraction, right? So you can pay somebody, and that person can create a spell which goes out into the possibilities, into the quantum field. But if you don't have the right point of attraction, it can't find you in the 3D world. And so, Vanessa, this could just be what it's telling you. You've got all these kings. I mean, it's all around you. This is trying so hard to come into you. My heavens. Wow. So you just need, now you saw me shuffle. You saw me shuffle, and look who came back. You've got two kings here, my two favorite kings, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I told you there was two energies here. Now, you just have to be, and we've talked about this, but I'll explain it a different way. Okay. If you're down here saying, I'm single, I've been single for, what'd you say, 8 years, and in what you're not saying, but is probably wrapped up around this, because it would for anybody. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying what gets dumped on here was, well, maybe I'm not desirable. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm just never going to find somebody. And all that kind of, you know, that's human nature. We tend to go there, so that's not a criticism. But that's where your focus is right now. I've been single for 8 years. Nobody's coming. Where's my, sorry to say knight in shining armor, but my kings. And so that's a certain vibrational frequency that you're putting off. What you want to attract these guys is up here. I am worthy, I am strong, I am beautiful, I'm vibrant, I attract, I have abundance in all the things that I want in my life. I'm a magnet for love and these beautiful men that want to come and take care of me. I'm a magnet for that. That is a very different frequency, and these two frequencies will never come together happily. So this one is not coming down here to you. Whatever comes to you here, you're not going to be happy with it for the long term. These guys, these two kings, are operating up here. So you have to change your frequency to come up here and match them so that you can bring them into the 3D world. And how do we do that? I talk about this every time I get on here. And so I'm glad there's a bunch of people still here in the chat that can hear it. So to quote Joe Dispenza, whom I love, is a great teacher of law of manifestation, law of attraction. And I love him and I love Abraham Hicks. So go and educate yourself by listening to their videos. But the way he explains it, I love. It's very simple and visual, because I'm a very visual person. You create your world, your thoughts, your everyday life by your thoughts, your thinking, what you're thinking over and over and again. So when you have those thoughts, it goes out into the quantum field. My thought is, I want somebody who's dependable and who will love me and who has his own money and will take care of me and will give me foot rubs and all that good stuff. And you send that out into the quantum field. Once you make the request, it's already answered. That's the beautiful thing. It's already done. Done. Now, how do you get it out of the quantum field back here into your 3D reality? Is through emotions. The thought that goes out there is an electrical charge that goes out to the quantum field. The magnet to get it out of the quantum field and down here into the 3D is your emotions, your emotional state. That is the secret sauce, the juice, the magnet again that brings it into the 3D reality. And the magnet is this frequency that we're talking about. So you have to get yourself into the space of believing it's already yours, seeing it, visualizing it, imagining what does that feel like. Oh, I'm going to sit down on this couch. I see this glass of wine beside me that my man has brought me, and now I smell his cologne or whatever, and I see that I'm hearing, use all of your senses. I'm hearing the music that he's put on in the background, and now he's sitting down and rubbing my feet and asking me how my day went, and all those things. Make it as you already do that and you manifest nothing. Well, then you've got a block somewhere, honey. It's not coming because there is a block somewhere. And I feel like we have talked about this before with you. But the same message keeps coming to you every single time. What is that saying? There's something here. You've got a block here somewhere, Vanessa. There's no other explanation. God is not punishing you. I mean, that just doesn't happen. God doesn't punish you. I don't know why I said that. I hope you're not really thinking that. But this is not a punishment. It's not karma. That's not the way that the universe works. There is something that you're creating that's holding you back from this. Right in the middle of this reading. I can't make it up. Right in the middle here is something that's holding you back. Do you have fears maybe that are holding you back? Are you afraid that, I don't know, you'll get your heart broken or something if you find this person comes to you? That could be. A lot of people are held back by that. Yeah. Now, you heard what I just said, right? And then I cut the deck. It's the King of Swords, meaning truth. There's truth in what I just said to you. That's what that means. There's something that's holding you back, and it could be a fear. So I would say, to me, and I'm guessing here, that there was some abandonment maybe in your childhood from a parental figure or somebody that you cared about. Maybe your father wasn't around or something like that. And so what happens is that imprints on your brain, and you think that's what love looks like. You think, well, if I love this person, they're just going to leave me. Now, I'm not saying you're consciously creating from that space. It's in your subconscious. But nevertheless, it's still in there, and it is a block. Thank you, Red. I appreciate that very much. I'm so tired of that. It's like for 2 days now. I'm getting a little frustrated. And again, I cut the deck again, and guess there's truth in what I just said to you. So you've got to do a little digging here about what your subconscious thoughts are, what your shadow side is that's choking this energy off from not coming to you, because that's what's happening here. I'm sorry, can't make this up. I'm not meaning to be harsh on you, but I'm just telling you what I'm getting here. So I'd say do some shadow work, do some digging, and if that message resonates with you about something from your childhood where somebody abandoned you, mother, father, I don't know, you could have lost a relative that you cared about, a grandparent or something. And what happens is we make conclusions, especially as we're young children. We make conclusions, and they're mostly not true. Like, that's what love looks like. If you grow up with an abusive parent, you interpret that to be that's what love looks like. So then as that person becomes an adult, they attract somebody who's abusive to them because they think that's their picture of love. That's what they grew up with. That's what imprinted on them, so to speak. Star and K, this is my last reading for the night, and I so appreciate you being here, but I will have to take a rain check on that for you. If you want, though, I do come on here a couple times a week, and if you can, if you'd like to subscribe and hit the notification bell, YouTube will notify you next time I go live, and just get there early because these free ones go quickly. Where am I going to meet this person? I can't tell you that. I don't read like that. I don't read wheres and all that stuff, and unless that message comes through whatever, randomly through my intuition, I can't tell you that. Yeah, you need to walk away from something. Conflict. And I feel like this is, even though these are wands, I feel like there's some conflict within you. Could be in your environment, but I don't feel that. I feel like this is saying you need to walk away from whatever this conflict is. This guy. You know, this could be saying that's what you perceive love to be, somebody that holds you down, that sits on you, that controls you. There's another aspect to that. Maybe that's how your parents were, or your role model for love was. That could be another message there. Vanessa, I don't do timing, and I don't do places. I do deeper messages than that because I just don't. If I got an intuitive message, I would share that, but I don't have one for you. So that's what I have for you. I know it's probably a repeating message from the last time we talked about it, but that's where I don't make that determination. So work on what's holding you back. Obviously, work on what's holding you back. And I do appreciate your patience, though. I know you stayed here through this whole thing, and I'm very, very grateful for you doing that. Thank you, sweetheart, and I wish you the very, very best. I wish you the very, very best. Okay. Now I'm going to have to read about that red myself. Egyptian Mamluk. You said that yesterday, didn't you? I'm going to write that down because I want to know what that is. I have an idea, but I want to look that up. So that'll be my post-live reading tonight. All right, guys, I think that's it for me tonight. I'm toast. I've done all the readings, the 4 free readings and then some tonight. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you probably not. I don't know if I'll be able to get here Thursday night because I've got family coming for the holidays. But for sure the following, next weekend, in other words, next weekend at some point. So thank you all for being here. I wish you many, many blessings, and I'll see you again soon. Much love. Bye.